Yo, this is my art channel. For the longest, I've been procrastinating and making every excuse in the book not to post on YouTube, but it's finally happening. So, here we are. I guess I'll start by saying that these are probably going to be the most informal art talks you'll hear on this platform. Um, no promise, but I think they are. Um, Scripts and all that stuff, maybe later when I get more professional, but as of now, no. Um, I like to use this opportunity to explain why I use notebooks rather than, art pads. And that's because I realized that my arts, in terms of creativity, it usually peaked when I was in class in my own world, paying attention, but also just doodling and sketching on my own time. Okay, so I know I should have recorded the coloring process for this piece. However, for some reason, I didn't think I had enough space to, capture all the details I wanted regarding its shading and lighting. So with that said, I already redrew the character with a little bit more space to give me more leeway. And yeah, so you're going to be seeing that right about now. One thing I forgot to mention to the little codes that you just saw in the previous little scene of the completed work, the first draft, those are basically just markers that I use. I would like to record them as references because remember, I go back and I use these characters for, my manga, spoilers, different stories I'm writing, or like future projects, like character designs for movies or something like that. Because I do see, I have plans with my art and I have dreams that I want to accomplish. But again, you know, later down the line, I feel like I have not spoke about the character at hand at all either. Like just surface level information, but I feel that, I would want him to be a rocker. He is a rocker, of course, like punk, heavily inspired. His aesthetic very alternative. I like his hair texture most importantly because a lot of people don't understand that black people's hair can spike up too when it dreads and it locks. But conversation for another day. Most definitely, you will see a lot. I would say 98% of my subject matter will be black people as anime inspired characters. That's a promise. The other 2% will probably be aliens or whatever other ethnic background, cultured character I would like to portray. But yeah, I just had a real good time drawing this character. It felt natural, and I just love the flow, how angular it is, but also it has moments of circumference in the muscles, and just to give like a varied yet organic feel. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like the sharpness, but the roundness in certain body parts. One aspect that I truly love with this character is the eyes and the skin tone as well. Like I said, we both have similar skin tones, but the eyes, like I don't know what it is. Like I try to portray like realistic characteristics within humans, but the eyes, it feels alien. But I've definitely seen people with lighter color eyes. But yeah, we're finished as you can see. One thing I like to point out though, you see the rib cage, upper rib cage, and kind of like the wing area. It was kind of skinny, so what I did was I added mass and bulk under by adding thick lines under, right? And then going over those lines with whiteout. And it definitely gave the illusion of more like bulk. So another thing I would like to talk about in this picture is the fact that there's two light sources, right? One for the body and one for the face. Now, the body, it can vary. It all depends on like the consistency of the face, which in this case is receiving light from an upper source. The body is receiving light from an upper left corner. Okay. Now, the reason as to why I prioritize the face is because understanding the shape and dimensions of a face, it grants me the ability to understand how those shapes warp and form and receive light. So, if I can understand how the shapes receive light, I can play with the angles and it's sort of a guiding line, you know? But yeah, that'll do it for this one. This has been a very informal talk with Yash Rara. Yeah, until next time. I got 100 million more to come, and I can't wait to see you, again. So tune in. Talk to you later.